now, forewarned weather with Ashlee Baracy.
Let's get you out the door on this Monday morning as we are tracking some bigger changes over the last 24 hours, which will probably be welcomed by most folks because yesterday was soggy. And so we are drying things out, sunshine returning along with seasonal temperatures for today. Brief dry spell as we will have more activity through midweek as rain and some gusty conditions work their way in for your Tuesday, Wednesday. By the tail end of the week, we're drying things out, but we're trending below average, so we have a cool down in sight. And it is cooler this morning compared to yesterday. If you happen to be outside at this time yesterday, we're about 20 degrees cooler, so 44 degrees at Metro Airport. We've fallen to 38 in Ann Arbor. We have 47 in Mount Clemens, 46 at City Airport, 45 in Grosse Ile. So mainly, I would say mid 40s for most of Metro Detroit to start the day. Satellite and radar showing that we have that low pressure system that brought all the rain to us yesterday, well off to the east, and it's still pulling some of that cloud cover with it. So that tees us up for more sunshine for today. Bus stop forecast, well, plan for sunshine, meaning we trade the umbrella for the sunglasses. But we'll need the extra layer at pickup. Mostly clear skies, 43, 63 degrees at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And so that means that we'll rise about 20 degrees as the day rolls on. So the Lions are going to be playing Monday Night Football at home. And if you're heading to the game tonight and doing some tailgating outside of Ford Field, we'll plan for low 60s for tailgating under clear skies. I mean, you can't ask for better weather. And then we'll be in the low 50s as you're leaving Ford Field and walking to your car. So you want to make sure that you have an extra layer to keep you warm. But that's a 7 o'clock kickoff at Ford Field. High temperature forecast kind of going in the wrong direction. So we will be sliding below average for your Wednesday and Thursday. Low 50s forecasted. And so about a 10-degree difference from where we're going to be today and tomorrow. But it comes with the rain. So as we look at today, not a cloud in the sky. But then as we progress into Tuesday before daybreak, we get some widespread rain that starts to cross the area with a cold front. So 5 a.m., some rain starts to roll in. I would say most of that's out by 9, but it's a lull because then we have more activity, scattered variety showers by 4 o'clock and beyond on your Tuesday. So you could potentially be driving to and from work in some rain for tomorrow. And we will have the chance for some rain lingering into Wednesday. Here's a broader view so you can see that cold front that triggers the showers by Tuesday morning. We have more on the back edge of that building in Tuesday evening as that low drops out of Canada, and so does that trough. We get more rain chances for your Wednesday before that pushes out of here throughout the day on Thursday. Won't rule out a straggler shower too early Thursday, but we'll have some drier conditions. It's a rivalry week. Michigan taking on Michigan State and a 7:30 kickoff at Spartan Stadium Saturday. And no matter if you're rooting for the green or the blue, we're all rooting for drier conditions. And so really a winning forecast, seasonally cool if you're heading to the big game. Halloween 11 days away, and I just want to quickly show you that Climate Prediction Center is keeping temperatures slightly above average through Halloween, but maybe slightly above average precip, and we'll be fine-tuning that part of the forecast as we get closer. But next 2 days 60s, then 50s and beyond in your 7-day forecast.
It's good advice, and Ashlee, as you know, I mean, it hits close to home for you as well, for many people.
Right. I mean, my mom is a breast cancer survivor. She had an aunt that was diagnosed at the same age my mom was, a cousin that was diagnosed at the same age my mom was, and we don't have a genetic link. We've done the genetic testing.
Wow.
So that just goes to show you that you don't have to necessarily have a genetic link to be impacted by that.
Yes.
So yeah, go get your mammogram. Early detection truly saves lives.
Mm-hmm. I was with another survivor last week, Mary Waters, on the Detroit City Council. She hosted a breast cancer awareness event. The Detroit Health Department was there. That's how I learned about the screening. And also other families like yours were on the panel that just talked about, I didn't have any, some of the people on there were saying there was no connection. There was nothing to pre-screen or show that there was an increased risk, no signs or symptoms. And yet, through a mammogram, discovered that they had breast cancer. So those screenings are so important. And I'm behind. I admitted to everybody, and I asked who else is behind. And now I just want to invite other people during this month of awareness to get out and get checked out.
Absolutely. And also worth mentioning, because we focus so much, and rightfully so, on the screening because we want folks to get screened, but that breast cancer can impact men too.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Not just as a caregiver, but men get breast cancer.
Yes, they do.
So to make sure you know your own body. That's the most important part.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have great conditions to be out and about for today. It's a cooler start, but at least we're drier. You can leave the umbrella at home. 36 degrees in Ann Arbor, and then we have widespread 40s. However, Monroe's dropped to 39, but pretty much mid 40s the closer you get to the city and Metro Airport. There's that pesky low. Boy, did it dump some rain for some folks yesterday. Now pushing to the east, taking the cloud cover with it. So we plan to have blue skies on tap for today. Here's a look at your hourly forecast. So we will be right around 62 degrees at 3 o'clock this afternoon with 63 the high. So throughout the afternoon, we're holding on to sunshine. We rise about 20 degrees from where we're at right now. As far as the Lions, Monday Night Football in the D, kickoff at 7 o'clock. And so if you're doing some tailgating outside of Ford Field, plan for low 60s and clear skies, and then low 50s by the time you leave Ford Field. And fingers crossed, it's with a Lions victory. High temperature forecast. We're taking a dip by Wednesday. So today, tomorrow, seasonal low 60s, but then we're in the low 50s Wednesday and Thursday. One of the culprits, well, cold front that brings some rain showers and cooler air. So as we progress throughout the day today, you can see barely any kind of cloud cover in the sky. But by daybreak, or even before that, I should say, 4 or 5 a.m. tomorrow, we have rain rolling in. And then a lot of that will be out of here by 9. It's a lull. It's not completely done, as we have some scattered showers redeveloping around 4 or 5. So really the takeaway here, your morning rush hour drive likely going to be a wet one tomorrow. And you could also be dodging another shower or two on your drive home from work tomorrow. So we will hold on to those off and on chances through Wednesday, maybe even into early Thursday. It's the cold front, though, that does bring the rain for the beginning of your Tuesday. Behind that, we have a little bit more rain filling in, that low pressure system sinking to the south, and you have that rain wrapped around it with this trough. And so that's going to bring that instability for Wednesday. And if you look at midnight, Wednesday into Thursday, still some moisture in the air. That's why I'm not ruling out a chance for kind of a lingering shower or so by early Thursday. But we should be dry for the weekend. That's what the data looks like right now. And so if you're heading out to the big rivalry game, in-state rivalry, Michigan State, Saturday kickoff 7:30 in East Lansing, and plan for probably right around 50 degrees at kickoff, mid-50s for tailgating, but we do fall in the 40s by game's end. So dry, seasonally cool. You'll need the extra layers, but it's nice that we're not going to be dodging the rain. Now, Halloween countdown, 11 days from Halloween. Do you have your costume ready? Well, long-range temperature outlook putting us above average, possibly above average with precip. That's an overall outlook from October 28th to November 3rd. So hopefully on the 31st itself, we stay dry, we'll stay above average, and we'll have a great Halloween. But we will be below average over the next few days, so holding on to 50s throughout the weekend, and even some overnight lows this week, dipping into the 30s.
Very briefly, I was like, Indiana's
Football
number
programs
three.
can
They were
turn
number
things
They've been good
around.
for a few years now with this
Yeah.
new coach, and they just gave him a brand new contract to stay for quite a while.
A lot of coaching discussion about Michigan State lately as we head into this game, which will be played at Michigan State.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to last much longer.
Now, did I see this correctly? I thought I saw online that Ohio State and Indiana were the only two schools to get #1 votes this past week.
Oh, that could be.
Which, I mean, is great for the Big Ten. I mean,
It is.
you know, we don't want to see Ohio State doing that, but great for the Big Ten
Yeah.
to show that, you know, we're
For sure.
a powerhouse. So,
right.
yeah,
Weather this
excited
weekend?
for Saturday, you guys.
Yeah. And you know what? It is a big rivalry game, and we have certainly seen, no matter what the
Exactly.
records are
Anything
for
can
both
happen.
Yeah.
teams, that you're
You
just
throw
so
it out.
fired
You
up
throw the
for it
records
that
out.
anything could
Three
happen.
Spartans and one Wolverine.
But that
One of
is
them has the
true.
bragging rights right now.
Nobody thought they were going to win back when, what was the year they were ranked? Michigan was ranked #1, 1990, I want to say. Desmond was on the team.
Oh.
The trip, remember the trip? He's going in for the catch to win the game. And our guy tripped him, but they didn't call
it. Oh, yeah.
Man.
So anything can happen.
Yes.
Who knows? How about some music and movie news now? Here's
right.
David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
All right.
I know.
Definitely getting some weather where you kind of want to stay inside and maybe see a
That's
movie.
true. That is true.
Priya, fresh off of the Free Press Marathon.
Yes.
So proud of you and
Thanks,
running that
guys.
half marathon again.
Yeah, except the weather was so different. Ashley, come on, Saturday was beautiful, today's great, but Sunday, when we were out there,
And it's challenging enough.
it is. That was the kind of day you wanted to be indoors.
Do you put headphones in when you run?
I don't actually.
Oh,
But
so-
that's because I want to hear like everybody cheering and, you know,
Yeah.
the rain sounded nice too. Yeah.
Well, at least it wasn't super cold, though.
100%. That made such a difference. My friend and I kept stepping out while we were getting ready, and we're like, okay, no, not too bad. Not too bad.
We can handle this.
Yeah, we can. We can. We
Well, you did.
We did.
Yeah.
We also have plenty of great conversations in just a few minutes. We're talking about the future of transportation here in the Motor City with Michigan Central Station, and businesses are fighting to get their accounts back after a mistake on Meta. Finally, the Lions are getting ready for Monday Night Football, and there is new room at Ford Field for those looking to get away when they feel overstimulated by the sights and sounds of the game. Should be a great game
Isn't that
tonight,
why
too.
we go? We go to get overstimulated.
But for some folks, this is
some
a
people,
great
too much.
option.